Alrighty, here we go again. Good morning to you. And it is good morning. It's actually morning today, and I said it, and it's true. So, let's see here. It is Tuesday, October 20th, and current local time here is 10:31 in the a.m. Makes it 7:31 in the a.m. in California. And we are getting underway here from rest stop on I-20 westbound in Georgia, about 50 miles
on the current road
east of Atlanta. So we did not make Atlanta last night, and that's fine. I don't care. I was tired, so went ahead and pulled off at the nearest, soonest rest stop that I could find. So that's what I did. I've actually sort of kind of freed myself from the truck stop experience. Basically, I got myself this coffee maker at a TA for like 29 bucks, right? And I don't know, I don't know, I'm kind of not too happy about it. I don't know, I don't see how anyone, much less the Chinese, could fuck up a coffee maker, but yeah, they seem to have, I don't know. I mean, for 30 bucks, I would think it would at least kind of work. And it kind of works, I guess. It does kind of work. It's just Chinese. I don't know. What can you say? I mean, that's the truth of it. It's made in China. It's a piece of shit. That's not me being any one way or another towards the Chinese. They just don't make good stuff. That's all. That's what it is. They don't make functional things. They make stuff and then they send it to you and it's a ripoff. They just, I don't know. You know what? I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to do it. I ultimately did end up making, functionally making, brewing a cup of what I would call coffee. It did come out finally. I just had to kind of do it manually, that's all. But it's coffee. I'll call it coffee. So, with that, as I said, I am free from the overnight parking experience at the truck stop. That doesn't mean I won't be doing overnights at truck stops anymore. It just means I won't be so compelled to, or feeling like it's a necessity because I want coffee in the morning. So it's kind of a long way of going around saying it, I know. I have just woken up. Basically just went and brushed my teeth and spent probably 45 minutes trying to get this cup of coffee to brew. And I do, and it's warm. It's not hot. It's warm, but it's drinkable. And yeah, so here we go. I don't know. Let's see here. What do we got? It looks like we're running about 66 degrees outside. It's probably about that. Yeah. It feels a little bit warmer than that, honestly. It feels more like 70, 71. With the sun out, kind of shining down and kind of getting on you. It feels a little bit warmer than 66, but it was nice and cool last night. It's just, it's a heck of a thing, you know. I can actually, go hit the rack with the truck running and the AC on and the windows up and get a far worse night's sleep than if I shut it down and, on a cold night and just sleep, kind of in the covers, It just, you wind up sleeping better. I don't know what it is. You just do. It's weird. So, that said, I'm a little surprised I didn't sleep so well because, last night when I pulled into the rest area there, like, you know, I got off the, you know, the off ramp, and you know, and when you hit the off ramp, you come up to a divide, right, a fork, right, and one sign says cars, you know, small vehicles or whatever, and the other one says trucks and, like, you know, RVs, I guess, you know, trailer campers or whatever, right? So I take that one, of course, and just up, like, right immediately after that little divide right there, you come up to the parking for the trucks, is a trailer that's obviously, and a big, you know, semi tow truck, one of those big, massive ones, you know, it's got the flashing lights, super long, and just big, beefy ass truck, right, with a hook on the back, and that was like parked right next to this trailer that was obviously completely disabled. And as I got closer to it, you could see that it had caved in at the bottom, right, somewhere between the wheels and the landing gear. And I'm looking closer, and it had been burned up. It had caught fire somehow, and there was no truck attached to it anymore. And so it was in the stages of basically the removal operation, right? So the event had already took place, the fire had been put out, you know, the driver had left the scene, you know, whatever, you know, police responders or any of that kind of thing had left the scene. So it was just the tow truck driver, the, you know, wrecker, and so I, you know, I think I went in and I used the restroom, and I came back out to the truck, and then he had actually moved his wrecker over close to my truck, you know, with the engine running. And then shortly thereafter came along a flatbed wrecker truck, right, with a bobcat on the back of it. And, you know, they spent, you know, 10 or 15 minutes unloading that bobcat, and then that driver took off with the flatbed and left the wrecker there. And then next thing you know, just like, you know, and this is late, you know, it was whatever, you know, 11:30 at night, maybe even midnight, and he's just over there banging away on this freaking trailer, you know, getting it, you know, and the wrecker's over there, or not the wrecker, the bobcat, you know, it's over there running now and beeping every time he backs up in it, you know, and you can hear him just, you know, working away on dismantling this trailer basically to try and get it out of there, you know, however he had to go about doing it. And I'm just like, great. Here's the one night that I actually get to pull off at a rest stop, the rest area, where it's nice and peaceful, right? Like nice and quiet and peaceful. Shut down the truck and get a nice night's sleep, you know, restful. And this guy, I have to pull in not only to the rest area where this mess is, but right next to where, you know, the mess is, where he's going to be working on it all night. For whatever the reason, it had to be done at night and not during the day. I don't know, but that's what it was. And amazingly enough, I actually was able to get to sleep and sleep pretty well through it. I mean, I don't know. You know, got up this morning, the alarm was going off, and I didn't want to, you know, I didn't want to get up. I know that, but got up and looked out, and the whole thing was gone. The trailer was gone, the wrecker was gone, everything was gone. Like it didn't even happen. Like it didn't even happen. Nothing was there left behind. It was all cleaned up. I don't know how he actually managed to get that trailer out of there. I just don't know. Because that thing was actually like damn near split in half. But he must have been able to get it to roll and well enough just to get it where he had to take it, you know. So that was interesting. And that was my story of the night. So yeah, and then I got all excited about, you know, using this coffee maker today, and having to do. So basically what the problem is with it is it doesn't siphon the water, or not siphon, it doesn't pump the water out of the tank. You put the coffee grounds in the thing, and the filter, and then fill up the little reservoir with water, turn it on, and it just wouldn't pump the water out, and it wouldn't pump it up the little tube and into the filter. It just wouldn't do it. I don't know. Once it started warming up, it kind of started doing it, but it was just that, like, taking forever. Like, I mean, just taking forever. Like little tiny pushes, little squirts every like 5 seconds. Like a little squirt would come out of water, go through the filter and into the graph, like every 5 seconds. You know, it's like 45-minute cup of coffee, right? Not happy about it. I wasn't happy about it at the time either, I'll tell you. Man, cursing the Chinese and cursing the Americans who, buy that shit and sell it to other Americans, right? Whatever. It is what it is. Who cares, right? It's just money, right? So what I ended up kind of having to do was like heat up the water in the carafe, put it on the hot plate with water in it, heat that water up, pour it into my coffee cup, put the carafe back in the thing, and then pour the hot water from my coffee cup into the filter and do it that way. That's basically the only way it's going to work. I mean, and even then, that takes some, a bit of time. It's not like a 5-minute, 10-minute cup of coffee. It's going to take time for that. That's just not something that it's not a luxury that I have in this job, I really don't. So I don't know what I'm going to do. I think I'll probably return it. See if I can find something that actually works. It's made by people who give a damn about what they do and who they sell it to. But yeah, so needless to say, I think that's the last time I buy anything from a TA or a Metro or a Pilot or a Flying J. That's just the last time I buy anything from a truck stop other than fuel. Yep. I'm pretty well done with it. Kind of makes me a little concerned about the jacket that I picked up over there for 80 bucks. Right? Of course, it's not like you're getting stuff back, cheap stuff for cheap. You're getting cheap stuff for expensive, right? So that $80 jacket that I got, we'll see if it even makes it through the winter. It's pretty funny because I was reading the cleaning instructions and it's like, machine wash, and then in big bold letters, do not tumble dry. And I'm like, wow, do not tumble dry? Why? And now I think I know. It's because it'll friggin' fall to pieces in your dryer if you try and dry it. Go ahead, wash it. Just don't you even think about sticking it in the dryer because you won't have a jacket anymore, basically. Your $80 will get burned up in the dryer. Basically, that's the way the world is now. We love it. Yep, we love it. We love foreign policy. We love globalization. Oh, it's just great. I guess that means I can just start doing a lesser job, right? Because I mean, if that money is the representative of time that I've, spent doing something, right, working for it, right, and my time and energy gets what do you call it? Transformed into what we call money. Right? My energy gets transformed into money, and I go spend it on something that turns out to be garbage, right? Then I guess I should just provide garbage then, right? I should just do a lesser job for people. That's the nature of the world. I should give people less for their money. So, like I that's what I'll start doing. Hell with it. If you can't beat them, join them, right? Of course, that's not an easy thing for me to do. I just can't. I don't know, there's a principle at matter there that I can't kind of overcome, right? Like, if I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it right. It's just in my nature. There's a principle there, and if I abandon my principles, then that makes me kind of nothing. So, I don't know. Who knows? Whatever. Globalization. We love it. New World Order. We love it. They say yes, sir. They always say yes, sir. Then they come to your home and they're like, here, we're going to stick this needle in your arm. You must take this. You must be here when we tell you to be here. Oh, and here's your daily bread. Right? Stand in the bread lines. There's your daily bread. Oh, thank you, God. Right? Government becomes the father. Oh, holy smokes, that was fast. That was a fast coming. Man, there was no warning for that right there. That's kind of dangerous. Hey, you see that Amazon trailer? That Amazon Prime driver? That guy whipped over, man. See, he's on it. Amazon trailer truckers are hell of drivers. They're on their shit. Of course, I'm not doing that anymore right now, so what does that say about me? Well, so anyways, I guess, yeah, up to almost 20 minutes again here, just like that. So, figure maybe I'll go ahead and wrap it up. And I'll bring you back in maybe for another round through Atlanta. We'll see. Yeah, we'll see what we can see, and then if we can see anything, then I'll definitely bring you back in. So, but one way or another, I will see you somewhere on down the road. See ya.